Hi, this is Ken and Shelley. We frequently get asked about investment strategies, asset protection, and corporate structures. And quite often, this only happens after the fact. It would be nice to be able to make a difference for somebody before they really need it. Hence, why we decided to do some of these little video series.
In this video, we're going to talk about assets versus liabilities. This was probably one of the biggest aha moments for me. Is your asset really an asset? And I hadn't thought about that before until when I was leaving my job at the phone company. The group that I worked with had got together, and as my going away gift, they gave me this huge stack of books to help me with my financial education and my mindset and helping me move forward. And the very first book that I read was Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And I remember sitting there going through that book and just having one aha moment after another. And one of them was this, that, I'd always thought about my house as an asset. And that's the way the bank looks at it and everyone else looks at it. But in that book, it made me think about if it's an asset, it should be making me money. And if it's not making me money, it's costing me money, then it really is a liability. So it really radically changed the whole way that I thought. And it was perfect for me because this was when I started, evolving into my investing career. And this is one of the things that, Ken and I, you and I talk about this all the time.
Well, yeah, we talk about what is an asset and more importantly, identifying if you know the difference. I mean, do you really know what the difference of an asset is? And that came to me many years ago, long before my investment career, when I started looking at my property and I go, wait a minute, I don't like actually paying my mortgage. To me that, it's like a payment. It almost seems like a liability, kind of like a car payment, right? It's a depreciating asset. And the house, even though the house may depreciate, the land will appreciate for me. And then I really started to think, is it making me money or costing me money, just like you said? And so when I looked at it, I said, well, wait a minute. If I put a suite into it, it generates me revenue. Fantastic. And now these days, I took another section of it and turned it into an Airbnb. And now it's really creating revenue for me. So it's actually more of an asset for me now than it would have been years before.
Exactly. And if you don't want to do that in your personal home for one reason or another, maybe you have a condo, well then, the other thing that I learned from that book was go out and buy an asset that does make money that can help offset the cost for things like your vehicle or your cottage or your own personal home, whatever happens to be. It's just all a different way of thinking about it. So,
Yeah.
do your assets actually make you money? Stop and think about it. So if you too have some questions and would like to get more detailed information, please feel free to contact either one of us and we'll see how we can best be of service to you. Give us a call and we can, have a conversation and see what makes sense to you. You can reach Ken at 250-469-3002 or myself, Shelley, at 403-540-2668.